an ex-WWE superstar, made the observation that Triple H and Shawn Michaels' leadership styles couldn't be more different. Both guys are people he has worked with before. From 2019 to 2024, Cameron Grimes was an employee of WWE. At that time, he was a major star in NXT, and his work there was the main reason people knew him. In addition to being a part of several significant plot points, he had the opportunity to collaborate with some of NXT's top talents. The most crucial thing was that he had the opportunity to train with Triple H and Shawn Michaels. While Grimes did not get much television exposure prior to his dismissal from the club on April 23, 2024, his decline started after he was promoted to the main roster in 2023. Denise Salcedo recently interviewed the former WWE star, and in it, she brought up the significant contrast between her time spent working with Shawn and Triple H. There was less one-on-one time between the talents and the game, he said, because they were filming weekly for television and had school from Monday through Friday. Cameron Grimes added, they could get rapid feedback from Shawn Michaels, which was more convenient than shooting several episodes at once. In the most recent episode of SmackDown, which aired on April 12, 2024, Braun Breaker eliminated Cameron Grimes from the WWE. The business soon after that let him go. Returning to the indie scene, Grimes waited out his 90-day non-compete period. The relationship between Triple H and Shawn Michaels is one of the most fascinating alliances and rivalries in professional wrestling. Their legendary relationship and on-screen partnership as D-Generation X is legendary in wrestling, and both men were instrumental in changing the face of sports entertainment. They have a shared history and an indisputable link, but as time has progressed, their distinct personalities and business styles have grown more noticeable. An ex-WWE star who was close with both legends recently spoke up, drawing attention to several ways in which Michaels and Triple H are different, both on and off the mat. These new details have given wrestling fans a new angle on the Hall of Famers, and the conversation has shifted to focus on their individual qualities and the reasons they are still so highly regarded by WWE fans. It is essential to examine the histories of Shawn Michaels and Triple H in order to comprehend the distinctions between them and their journeys to the WWE. In the mid-1980s, Shawn Michaels, also known as the Heartbreak Kid, came into the wrestling scene. His explosive in-ring performances, magnetic personality, and impressive athleticism made him an instant star. By the 1990s, he had become one of WWE's top performers because to his brash character and high-flying techniques, which won him many fans. His crowning achievement as Mr. WrestleMania was the result of his mesmerizing bouts, particularly on the most prestigious platform of them all. Alternatively, Triple H didn't begin his WWE career until later, when he debuted as Hunter Hearst Helmsley, a refined and aristocratic figure. But when he and Michaels teamed up in D-Generation X, Triple H abandoned his virtuous image and became a ruthless, defiant force in WWE, and his career took off. Triple H became famous for his strength, commitment, and analytical approach to the business, whilst Michaels was lauded for his flair and talent. One of the most iconic and divisive groups in WWE history was formed by their complementary but fundamentally different wrestling styles. Although Shawn Michaels and Triple H had similar professional beginnings, they eventually went in different directions. Michaels has long been seen as an unfiltered performer, someone whose passion for wrestling sometimes overshadowed his commercial acumen. Michaels's in-ring performance was his main emphasis, despite the fact that he was controversial in his early career because to rumors of his backstage politics and intense rivalries. His devotion to his art was obvious, and his admirers grew as a result. Conversely, Triple H had an excellent transition into WWE's business side. After tying the knot with Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of Vince McMahon, Triple H became a formidable presence both on and off the mat. From his days as a wrestler to his current position as an executive, he has seen it all, from leading WWE's developmental brand, NXT, to assuming more responsibility within the creative team. It is often believed that Triple H is responsible for NXT's meteoric rise to prominence as a worldwide brand that promotes the core values of wrestling by attracting talents from all over the globe and giving WWE's more conventional approach a chance to ignore them. This personality gap between Michaels and Triple H is the source of their disagreement, according to the ex-WWE star who divulged these insights. Shawn is, and always has been, the showstopper. As an artist, he wrestles. But Triple H is about amassing an empire. He's like a chess grandmaster, always planning ahead. What matters most to Shawn is what happens on the mat and in the tail. When it comes to Hunter, it's all about the story's context. Michaels has just made a triumphant comeback to WWE, this time in the roles of coach and producer. He has been collaborating closely with Triple H in NXT. The former WWE star made the observation that Michaels and Triple H had distinct approaches to developing emerging talent. The in-ring narrative and emotional elements of wrestling are supposedly Michaels' strong suits. He aspires to teach new wrestlers the value of engaging with the crowd by making each bout seem meaningful and personal. In contrast, Triple H's approach to mentoring is more business-oriented and strategic. Not only does he put a premium on developing talent, but he also brands and positions performers for sustained success in WWE. Hunter considers the marketability of the next generation, the ex-WWE star said. Not just for NXT, but for the main roster and beyond. He has a remarkable knack for seeing the broader picture and understanding each wrestler's role in it. However, Shawn is concerned about the show as a whole. How NXT has developed over time reflects this divergence in philosophy. Under Triple H's leadership, NXT gained a reputation as a beloved brand among fans who yearned for authentic wrestling and compelling narrative. Matches on NXT gained an emotional dimension thanks to Michaels' addition, and his narrative skills helped enhance the network's programming overall. As a team, they gave fans something new to look forward to in WWE, a brand that prioritized storyline and technical prowess. The way Michaels and Triple H deal with the stresses of the industry is another point that the former WWE star brought up. Michaels, who was known to battle addiction and other personal issues throughout his wrestling career, has adopted a more relaxed and realistic way of life after retiring. His teaching technique is informed by this viewpoint, which is molded by his own path. When working with young wrestlers, Michaels takes an empathic and empathetic approach, emphasizing both their professional and personal development. The difficulties of managing WWE behind the scenes are something that Triple H nicknamed the game for his analytical and intellectual attitude relishes. He is a real go-getter who thrives on the challenges of his job and is constantly thinking of new ways to make WWE bigger and better. Triple H sees wrestling as a business, the former WWE star revealed. His mind is always racing with ideas for what's next, and he almost lives and breathes it. Even though Shawn enjoys wrestling, he is less tense and more in the here and now. The developing system of WWE has found success with this equilibrium. A dynamic has been formed that advantages emerging talent thanks to Triple H's imaginative approach and Michaels' creative concentration. Triple H offers advice on making it in the business, building a name for yourself, and ensuring your career in the long run, while Michaels helps them hone their skills and build relationships with fans. When it comes to WWE, Shawn Michaels and Triple H are in a class of their own, and their individual impacts will be felt for years to come. Michaels' devotion to in-ring storytelling, magnetic personality, and great battles have made him a fan favorite. As an executive who is molding WWE superstars of the future, Triple H has the same esteem as his Hall of Fame wrestling career. Each man's abilities contribute to WWE in separate ways, and the former WWE star's perspective emphasizes the value of their varied methods. Michaels and Triple H's relationship has been there for them through thick and thin, through the ups and downs of their careers, and into their off-screen collaborations. Their unique personalities work well together, creating an atmosphere of mutual support that is beneficial to wrestling as a profession and an art form. Shawn Michaels and Triple H's legacies are richer for WWE fans who are aware of these distinctions. Despite the fact that their careers took different turns, WWE is a better place because of their devotion to the profession and the fresh ideas they brought to the table. In the ring, off the mat, or in the backstage, Triple H and Shawn Michaels are inseparable. They are wrestling greats who have gone their own ways, but they have a common purpose: to ensure the sport's continued existence and to encourage younger fans to follow in their footsteps.